Hey y'all, welcome to Fitting and Homemaking. My name is Sarah, and today we are going to be doing a little bit of decluttering because I cannot mentally, physically focus on anything else. So the idea came into my head that I needed to declutter these two cabinets the other day, and it will not leave me alone. I have written it down to get it out of my head, but it keeps coming back. I definitely have other things that I need to be doing that are higher priority and more urgent. But here we are. So we're going to be doing this hopefully fairly quickly so that I can move on with my life. All right, so let's go ahead and get started instead of chatting. So really want to be able to declutter this bottom shelf, but this is mostly my husband's stuff and he doesn't like it when I mess with his stuff. So I might just take this stuff out and see if there's trash, and if there's trash, throw it away, but otherwise not. How well can you guys see that? Let me see. Let's bring you closer. All right, hopefully that's good enough. So let's see. Splenda, we had to move our scissors, and I feel like y'all are so close compared to normal, but I guess this is what we're doing. Markers and scissors, vitamins, tape. So things that my kids have been messing with that normally go in this bottom drawer. I think the tape is safe to put back down there. What's this? Skim milk powder from Italy. One thing of Swiss Miss chocolate. Let's take that out. If I can open the bag, did I just zip it up? It was unzipped before, or is there no unzipping? Sorry, this is probably off camera. Okay. Coffee, more hot chocolate. An ice cube that lights up in water. Okay, so these are coffee things. We don't even use these coffee filters, but I'm not gonna throw anything out up here unless it's actual trash, because I would like to stay married to my husband. This is like a pod for, we don't have a pod machine. Anyhow, let's see if we can get this stuff in here a little bit easier. There are literally 2 Splenda in here, but I'm just, like I said, not my rodeo. I'll leave the, what is that? The hot chocolate down there. And all of these scoops he just doesn't really use. This, again, his way of working, so that's fine. I am gonna put these back here, even though it's a weird spot for it, just because that's where we know where they are, and I will talk to him about this, about possibly moving that. Put that cream back in there, put that back with the stuff he doesn't use. And, oh, I forgot about his vitamins. Here we go, vitamins. Okay, so not that much better, but whatever. I'm gonna hop up on my countertop here so I can reach better. All right, so teapot and cup that I use. This is also for the espresso, or for the coffee maker espresso machine. So I'm gonna put it down here if I can with the rest of that stuff. That's in the way. There we go. All right. This is like a little honey dipper that I don't use, so that can go away. Put that on the stove. Silica pack, that can be thrown away. All right, this is my go-to to-go cup. This was a mug that I won doing a fesh. I don't think I need that anymore. I have those memories in my head. This is one of my husband's, so I'll set that aside for him to review. I never see him use this. He has his own set of mugs that he uses. I use this on occasion. This is my backup traveler. Use this on occasion. I use this one on occasion. Do I really need this one that much? Because I usually use, here, let me hop down and show you. I usually use these guys, right? Those are my go-tos. But this was also like a wedding shower gift. I don't know. We'll put that aside for review. And then this one I just never use. Michigan's my alma mater. It's very heavy, but it can't go in the dishwasher because of this. I mean, my fancy one can't go in the dishwasher, but the time investment of washing that I feel like is better than this. So we'll put that one to the side. Now, these are cups that go with the dishes set that I have, but I think I want to get rid of them because they stay stacked up here. We use them once in a blue moon when people come over for holidays, and they're really tiny. And I feel like we have enough other mugs where we can just make sure all the mugs are washed, and then people will have enough other options. So I think we're gonna get rid of these, even though it's part of the dishes set. All right, yay, so that is taken care of. So this is like the tea and the mug area. So I'm gonna put that one back. Put the travelers back here. And put these back. Ooh! Y'all, my pants are slippery and I'm not terribly stable on this little corner here. Okay. I'm also sitting on this thing, so that's not great. Okay, so that's good. So now I have some space. The mugs that are dirty right now are my two big mugs. And then my husband has some mugs sitting back here, but those generally live over there. Vitamins. I haven't taken my vitamins today. Let's do that real quick. I'm a child, so I have gummy vitamins. All right. Love this tea. Highly recommend. I also love this tea. Highly recommend. Here's some hot chocolate. My kids are like kind of into it, kind of not, but we'll put the other hot chocolate in here. This box is like pretty much full. So that's that. These are free samples of tea I got with the others. Sleepy time. We have some throat cooler over here. These are generally my husband's. Oh gosh, can I reach? Another sleepy time. Jar of randomness. Let's see what's in here. A tea ball that hangs on the side. Right now, I don't have any loose tea here. I used to buy tea in bulk. But I also have this guy with just the plain little hook on the side. Does this actually fit on the mugs that I use? Oh, it does. Let's see. I guess we'll keep the cute one. Why not? All right, but I don't need two of them. Guessing this is just black tea in here. Yes. Let's see. Let's just dump this out. Ugh. Lots of green tea that who knows how old this is. I'm not really a fan of plain green tea, so I think I'll set that aside and maybe see if my parents want green tea. I think my dad sometimes drinks green tea. Or I'll just take it into work and people can just have it. It's more green tea. see. Green tea, lemongrass, and verbena. That doesn't sound like something I'll ever drink. This looks like this is in Hebrew. Apple cinnamon cider. Probably not going to drink that. What's this? I am confused because it is in Hebrew. Okay, I'm not just being silly. I think my mother-in-law probably got these for me when she went to Israel, like way before all of the current stuff is happening. This is ground coffee. This is like instant coffee. I don't do coffee because, like I said before, I'm a child and it hurts my tummy. This is decaf. I don't know if my mom does decaf anymore or not. This is Earl Grey. I'll probably drink that. I'll put that with the Bridgerton. The Bridgerton brothers is a Earl Grey. These are Nespresso pods. We don't have a Nespresso machine, so maybe... No, I'll just take this to work. That'll be easier. Then people can pick through what they want. What is this? Oh, that's the coffee that I just picked up. This is another Nespresso pod. You know what? All right. Make a final decision about that later. Let's see, what other teas do we have in here? Mint medley and mint medley. I think my mother-in-law got this for me, but I was breastfeeding, and you're not supposed to have a ton of mint while breastfeeding, but I'm not anymore, so this is good. Oops. Getting attacked. Hopefully you guys can see that top one. This has nothing in it. It's just chilling up here for no reason. This is also good. It's a rooibos tea. Really into the Republic of teas lately. It's still got a decent amount in it. This is hot chocolate, so I guess it can go with the hot chocolate. I don't know if we'll ever make this or not. So my kids are just, they're not at an age where we would like them to be drinking hot chocolate a lot. Oh, look, here's another one. And they're just not that into it right now. This is one of these, I think. One of these rooibos ones. No, I can't tell what that is. It's one tea bag. Let it go, Sarah. Just let it go. Sorry if that was terribly loud. And this is my Mondo. This is what I drink every morning. It's back here. Oh, this has some tea in it. This is a little nice tea holder that needs to be washed. Or it's just a nice little container. All right, I felt like something else was up here. A scoop, we can get rid of that. We don't need that. Okay, that's holding the thing up. Okay, so let's see. Should I zoom you guys back a little bit? Let me see. Sorry, I'm very indecisive. This is really weighing on my brain, so like every other decision on earth seems like 5 times as hard, but we're getting it done. All right, I'm just gonna take these box parts off because no one ever recloses the box, and it really irks me. Because then everything just gets caught on the flaps if you don't close it back up. And this stuff is all sealed. This is essentially just a container holding stuff. And I'm just throwing stuff off from there. Okay. So we'll put this back here. If we don't use it this winter, we're gonna get rid of it. All right. Oh, does not fit that way. What a bugger. Does it fit this way? No, of course it doesn't. Of course not. All right. Move over just slightly so that this can fit in the corner. We'll have it sticking facing out this way so that we know what it is. Okay. All right. Sleepy time. Wait. This one is Sleepy Time Extra. This one is Sleepy Time Echinacea Immune Boost. And this one is Throat Cooler. All right. All the like semi-medicinal teas, I guess. Oh, that stinks that they don't have on the end what they are. Huh. This is best before November 2021. This one is best before March 2026. So maybe we just get rid of this and we keep this. This I think my husband just recently bought, although, is it open? Yeah, it is open. That is 2026 as well. Okay, we'll keep those. That, it's, who knows. It's tea, I'm sure it's fine. It's not like it's gonna make him sick or anything, but okay. So this I've just been keeping sitting on its side. This has 320 round tea bags. This was an oopsie order when I was pregnant. I saw this and I thought, wow, all of that tea for $12 because I was drinking decaf tea when I was pregnant, and the decaf tea, it'd be like 40 bags for $9. So I saw 320 bags for $12 and I was like, wow, that's a steal. But yeah, it's, you know. So it's a lot. I wonder if these will fit in here so that I don't have to keep, I mean, it's convenient to just pop it open in the mornings, but I'm also afraid like they're all gonna fall out on me because I keep it on its side. All right, those are not gonna fit in there. I can already tell. Get back in there, guys. Let me see if I have another bin that's directly under here that I'm not using. Here, we can go ahead and put the mint up too. Put that up. Excuse me as I hop down. Oh, sorry. Is this one back here? We have these. Maybe that'll hold it. My spatial awareness is like really sucky. And normally if it was something else, I would like definitely wash this first, but I don't really care, it's tea. As I struggle with this. Get on there. Okay. All right, let's see if these fit. Because with this box just being open, it's also like not keeping it very fresh. Not that I can tell a difference. I'm not a tea connoisseur by any means. But the box is also really big. Maybe I can divide it between the two. Let's see. And I feel like at least then it'll stay fresher and more accessible and I can get rid of this massive box. Oh my gosh, there's so many tea bags in here. Get in there. All right, Possum is knocking on the door and Max is not barking, so I need to go check out that situation. Okay, y'all, total false alarm. That was Max scratching, and his foot was just hitting the floor loud enough to sound like knocking. Which is why he wasn't barking, because why would he bark at himself? Let's just be safe about that. All right. So I know like these are about the same, but at least they're not going to be falling all over me, and they will be kept fresher now. So I'll put that all the way in the back, and then I can just keep one towards the front. Okay, maybe I'll keep my vitamins back here and behind my teapot. You know what? These loose things are, we're just going to choose to pass those on. Choosing to pass those on. Okay. So we have our tea ball, which I'm going to put in the back here because I don't have any loose tea right now to make. And I feel like I drink this the most, so we'll do that one in the back. This is in the morning when I'm feeling fancy and I don't want to have my normal British blend. And then Bridgerton one. All right, that feels good. And then this we have room for our other ming cups that we use, and like things are not falling out on us. So that's fantastic. Okay. The other stuff I wanted to do, which, let me show you. So that's the stuff that we either cleared out or are getting rid of. These can just be washed. Excepting the cutting board and the knife. My kids eat apples on the way to daycare, so I was just cutting those up for them. And I just happened to not move them. All right, let's see about here next, okay? All right, guys. Maybe my husband's travel will fit here. No. Move mine back. Oh, there we go. It fits. Okay. All right, so the issue with these are we got these plastic things, more plasticware recently because it's just easier with really young kids. I'm the only one pretty much who uses these plates. I don't like microwaving stuff on plastic. It just creeps me out. But the real thing I was looking at is, so we have what my husband and I refer to as blind corners. This cabinet goes all the way back behind here. So like you can see my hand, like there's almost like up to my elbow space back there, but it's really, really hard to access anything that's back there. So we essentially don't use it. So it's okay for storage space for infrequently used items, but it's getting crammed enough where like it'd be nicer to have more space for the items that we do use and be able to like use this as like less of a overflow of storage. So these things are used. My husband uses these very, very occasionally, and they were a gift, so I know he doesn't want to get rid of them. I think these I can get rid of. I'm the only one who uses these. It's going to be a while before we trust the kids with these. Occasionally they will use them, but they also have their own little plastic ones that they use. Move the actual trash off here. And like I don't use them enough, I feel like, to justify the amount of space they are taking up. And I think one was also broken. Did one break, or was it a set of 6? Did 2 break? And then like, okay, like we're not using this for anything. It's a good storage drawer, but we're not using it for anything. So, and the storage stuff is usually over in this other cabinet over there, which is also a horrific mess. My husband uses this as a to-go cup. These are the cups that we mostly use as well. Now back here we do have, this is a Father's Day cup from daycare, but it's like not washable. So it's more of like just a display piece. Here's a Mother's Day one. So we don't want to get rid of those, but, oh, and here is this glass. Oh my gosh. This glass has caused so much emotional strife in our family. So this is a glass from where my husband and I had our rehearsal dinner. And it was his favorite glass. He really likes the shape. See, and like here's another glass that my husband would use more if we had access to it, but it's shoved all the way back here. This place no longer exists. It went out of business. It's a local brewery. And yeah, it's just, well, that's the story. It had a lot of sentimental value for my husband. He used it all the time. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I think, it was left out somewhere, and this is during COVID, so I was working from home. It was left out on the desk where I was working, and I accidentally knocked it over, and it shattered like on the floor, and I was just like sobbing, and like, you know, 'cause I was pregnant, and I knew it was my husband's favorite glass, and I was like, oh no. These are little espresso glasses that I bought for my husband when I bought the coffee machine espresso maker with him. We don't really use them. The only thing we use them for is this bird to drink out of. I think I'd like to get rid of them. So that one will need to be washed, but we'll get rid of these because he just puts it in the cup. He mostly uses the coffee side. If he uses the espresso side, he just puts the espresso in the cup he's about to drink it from. So useless, right? Anyway, back to the story. So I shattered it, and I looked everywhere online because the place had already closed down at that point. Cannot find it anywhere. Cannot find another glass of that shape. I did find this glass of that shape, but it's like weighted a little bit differently. It's much heavier on the bottom. One of my best work friend, she had also gone to the brewery, and they also had these cups, and I had told her the story of like, oh my gosh, like I'm so devastated I did that. I was sobbing, and like I told my husband, I was like, oh my gosh, like I broke something of yours, like I'm really sorry. When you come home, I'm gonna have to tell you about it. And I was like dreading telling him about it, and he thought I had like broken something that was like tens of thousands of dollars. It was a cup, but I knew it was irreplaceable because I'd already looked. But my best work friend ended up having a set of that exact cup. And for Christmas this year, she actually gifted us the replacement cup that we couldn't find anywhere else. And I was out with her and another work friend, and I just like started sobbing, we were like in public at a restaurant during our little Christmas celebration, and I just like started sobbing, and my other friend who didn't know the story was just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? So through the kindness through the kindness of one of my friends, I was able to regift this irreplaceable cup to my husband. So that is how you know that you have good people surrounding you, right? So that was tucked in the back. Will we ever use that cup again? I don't know, because it's like so special, but we're also not using these again. And I'm fine with like just having a few things tucked back here, but like having all of it is just, it's too much. All right. These cups I use occasionally, but we do use when we have people over. So do we keep these cups for when people come over? So everyone can have, we use them fairly often because I'd rather not just do like solo cups when people come over. But let me move them and see what's behind here. I would like to keep those though. And yeah, another cup. This is a cup I earned from a run club. So you had to go to run club so many times, and then you would earn a cup. All right. Ooh, haven't seen this guy in forever. I haven't been buying loose leaf tea though. I mean, it's got dust on it. I haven't been buying loose leaf tea. I used to buy loose leaf tea in bulk over the internet, but I find I like having a smaller variety better. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and donate that. If years down the road I really miss it because I've switched back to using loose leaf tea, I will get another one. It is not that big of an investment. Okay, what else is back here? Oh, these are the saucers for the cups. Done, that's easy. Okay, so now there's nothing back there. I'm gonna move these cups over here so I don't break them because, my goodness, I would... The point of this is so that things are more accessible. Oh, maybe they are just... They must be sets of 6. I thought they were sets of 8. But usually if we have people over, sometimes we'll need like... I mean, do we have enough of the other cups? I feel like no. Yeah, we only have 4 of the other cups, and that's definitely not enough. Okay. Alright, I'm fine with the plastic cups sitting there because if I knock those over, not a huge deal. Alright, let me hop back up here. Try not to fall. Alright. 2 champagne. Ooh, that one's really dirty. 2 champagne cups. Do we keep these? This is like when I actually would drink Prosecco occasionally when I invited my friends over. I just don't do that anymore because everyone's a mom now or lives far away. It's nice to have them. They don't take up a lot of space though. Let's keep these 2. Let's get rid of these wine glasses because neither my husband and I really drink wine. I mean, I know Prosecco is wine, but I prefer sparkling wines. And I just, like I said, I'm not having dinner parties where people are drinking wine. And if they are coming over and drinking wine, we can just get them a different glass and just not be fancy about it. But these have been sitting up here and just not been used. So let's put them over here. But look at how much space they take up. So we don't need those. What's this? A dad cup of my husband's. I'm sure he'll want to keep that. Oh, I gotta jump back up here, guys. I suppose I could get a chair, but it's more work. Oh, this is so cramped on this countertop. All right, and yes, I'm gonna do the countertop. This was a takeaway from a tasting event on a birthday. I don't need to keep that. I'll just put it there for when I get back down. This I don't use. Here, can that fit there without falling? Yes. What else is back here? Unicorns are awesome. I'm a unicorn and I'm awesome. That was a gift from someone, but again, we're not using it. It doesn't hold. I couldn't even remember it was up here. Same thing with this. I think this was actually from someone else's wedding shower, but I'm not a take wine to go person, so I don't see the point. Oh my gosh, I can't even reach back here. What are these? I wonder if my husband knows that this is in there. I'll ask him about that. Again, this is like a bachelorette party. We are past that phase of life. All right. And then there's a random mug up here. Oh, this is the Mr. mug for my Mrs. mug. So I'll ask him about that. I'm assuming since it's up there, he's not using it and he doesn't care. But I'll have him look through all those. All right. Whew. All right. I have thought about getting rid of these sets of dishes because I do have a set of china underneath this cabinet, in the blind corner underneath this cabinet, that I would really like to use, but just replacing any of it would be difficult. So I think maybe I will wait until the kids are a little bit older and they're not like trying to put stuff in the dishwasher, because obviously it can't go in the dishwasher. I do want to use it more, but I think getting rid of these, I will pull out the china cups if we need more small cups like that. But let this stuff have a little bit of room to breathe. All right. So I guess let's put some stuff back. All right. This I'll put this right here so my husband can. So that's stuff that needs to be washed. Okay, so I've got so much happening here now that I'm a little confused. That stuff over there is staying, this stuff over here is staying. So let me do this. He really only uses these like around holidays where he actually like gets a scotch or bourbon to drink. So I'm fine with them being back farther. We'll again hide these cups in here because I just don't know where else to put them. But that gives us room to get to the bowls and the dishes here that we use most. Should the bottom row just be plastic stuff in the front that we use? Now I have to reorganize and that takes thinking. All right, and this is also the age-old debate of my husband likes the glasses lip down, which I think is gross because it's touching the contact paper that never gets cleaned. I like the cups facing up because they're not in there enough to gather dirt. And then I don't have to clean the lip of the cup off every single time I drink it. I'm very carefully pushing that one back there. And I feel like the bottom heavy, so I don't want them to tip over. That's just me though. So these I am gonna put a little bit further back around this blind corner, just because we don't use them except for when people are over. Maybe I'll rearrange these in a little bit, but let's get them back up here and see what kind of space we're dealing with. Well, that top shelf is completely free, so maybe I put these on the top shelf. I think we're gonna do that. I'm just so afraid of knocking this stuff over, as I am hauling my butt around here. Y'all, it probably would have been worth just going and getting a chair at this point. But all right. Let's put. We probably pull these out around the same time. All right, here are the other ones. I got confused for a second, guys. We'll just put those right in front here. Okay, then we have a little bit more room. Although these having their own thing is a little ridiculous, but whatever. Okay, so those are the smaller cups. We'll just put those there because honestly, those are the cups that we use the most often. Let's see. Oh, that's it. Okay, except for these. Maybe like that. The taller cups up here, the shorter cups down here. Because we do usually have like snack cups here too. And they're just a little bit hard to get to, but maybe that'll make enough room for the snack cups. Put these a little bit farther back because he really doesn't use them much. Do that. All right, I feel like that gives us a little bit more breathing room. Up there, there's another one that goes with this. Well, it doesn't go with this. There's another bowl that goes here. So that's much better. We're not having to, we won't have to like reach behind this to get out anything now, which is nice. The cups that we use most often are right here. Yeah, and maybe my husband will want to move, like, maybe he'll want this cup down here since there's a little bit more space right now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, he might want that one over here with his coffee stuff, but. All right, let me show you guys over here. Not as quick as I thought it might be, but all of this, except for the cutting board and the knife, is going away. This might go, so you guys see that. This is another spot I want to do, but I'm not willing to tackle today, but that's usually where, back here is usually where our extra mason jars go. So we'll tuck that back there for now. But yeah, wine glasses are going. This is just trash recycling. Wine glasses are going. Small juice glasses are going. And honestly, they're cloudy, but I'm sure someone can get that off. Loose leaf tea maker, the cups and saucers, and just random cups that we haven't been using. This I'll take into the office tomorrow, see if anyone wants that. Right, and so the bottom shelf's still pretty crowded. This could easily be consolidated, but not my circus. There we have enough room for the 2 mugs that are big that I normally use. And there is our tea and hot cocoa stash. And over here, we can get to all of our plasticware that my husband and the kids mostly use. And our normal plates and cups without stuff being stacked too far. And there will be like snack cups down here, but there's actually a spot for them now instead of having to hide them behind this thing. And going back, there is plenty of space around this blind corner for storage, but it's just, I mean, I could put a Lazy Susan back there, but you'd still have to move this stuff here to actually get back and reach it. So it's like, it's just a bad cabinet design. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you so much for sticking with me through all of the oddness that comes when I declutter something. This really has been weighing on my mind. And now hopefully once I get this packed up, I can focus on other things that are higher priority that I very much need to focus on. And this will not be taking up my brain space anymore. I don't know if that's an ADHD thing or if neurotypical people also get fixated on something like that to where they just can't functionally do anything else. But I need to get this all packed up. And I would encourage you that if you're just, you know, I would like to be at the point in my life where I am inviting people over and we are having dinner parties and all that sort of things, but my kids are just not at that point. Our house is not large. Like having people over after their bedtime is just not, you know, something that's feasible. We have invited our neighbors over. We're hoping to do like a neighborhood cul-de-sac lunch at the house, like on the weekends. So we're getting back into things doing it that way. But yeah, like we don't need all of this glassware. We don't need all of these mugs. No one's gonna care if they are mismatched coffee cups, right? It gives things character. So it is not worth storing this until we are back at a point of our life where this stuff is useful to us, right? So I hope that encourages you to kind of take a look at maybe a small area of your house. Obviously, I need to do the rest of the kitchen with this kind of lens. But I hope that inspires you to pick a small area and, you know, just get rid of the stuff that's not serving you at this point in your life. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, comment. If you did declutter while watching this video, let me know what you decluttered down below, so we can encourage each other. And I will see you the next time. Bye.